Okay, thank you guys for tuning in with One Tire Diagnostics. Today we have this 2011 Dodge Avenger customer complaint. Doesn't start. I do believe that we have an issue with the battery or the charging system. So we have the mobile rig with us. We're gonna go ahead and pop this head and connect this cables and see what we get. So we got a health report. It says charger system output low, store battery system voltage, pretty much a bunch of system voltage and battery voltage low. We're gonna raise that, see if we could start the vehicle now. See if okay, there you go. Now we have 12.19. Okay. Okay. Let me get the thing started. So we do have the car running. You can see we have 11.84 volts. That's way too little. So we're gonna start diagnosing this vehicle. So right now we're gonna start testing our battery post, see what we have. As you can see, we're reading 11.70. So we're gonna go ahead and remove this cap right here. We're gonna start checking our points of contact, such as the alternator and so let me show you guys real quick. Right here where my finger's at, there's a battery post, and here's the body of the alternator. So typically we want to get reading here and get reading here. We got 11.44, same as practically a 5.5 volt difference from here to there. So it tells me that the wires is okay. The issue is at this point. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to shut off the vehicle and I'm going to start checking the alternator control. Sorry, I do have a mess. So right now the way that we're going to do this is we're going to open this up. We're going to get one of these, we're going to get one of these and one of these. Okay, so what we are going to do is we're going to test the control, what's it called, the control alternator field control. We're going to test that, make sure that the PCM or ECM is fully controlling it. We're going to do a loaded circuit test. Let me get set up and I'll be back. So we're back. So I have you guys there. You guys can see I'm using my breakout. Well, my breakout leads from AS Wave. So I'm going to use some leads, some basic leads, and I'm going to pull this connector off. And then we also have to get wire diagram for this vehicle, which is a 11. Okay. 11. Where's it at? Dodge Avenger. That's a obviously it's a 4-cylinder with a 2.4. Diagrams, we're gonna go to charging system, and then is the alternator field control, which is our brown with gray. With that being said, trying to get this done without getting burned because this is pretty hot. Okay. Don't spray the terminals. Don't be that guy, because you're gonna cause more issues. Okay. So that's set up. Now we're gonna start working on the ground. Okay. Let me get you guys control here, so you guys can see the red goes right to the what's it called? The connector. So what we're going to do is make sure the key is on, as you can see. So we're going to go back, we're going to go yes, we're going to go to control, we're going to go to ECM. Okay, so what we're going to do is put that there. See, we have good ground there. So give it a minute. Active test. You're gonna go to alternator field control. You're gonna go 10%. As you can see, the light lights up. 20. As you can see, the brightness does change. That's 30. That's 40. That's 50. So with that being said, the next thing to do, I'm going to pierce probe it, because the way I like to do these, I like to get to the wire and have it connected, and also check, make sure that the computer is able to control it. Let me get this set up and I'll be back. So right now we have the pierce probe connected. Let me go ahead and shove this in. Let's go ahead and do the test again. So no, I'm gonna go 10%. You can see it lights up. They go 20, they go 30, they go 40, they go 50. So I'm going to take that off. I'm going to go outside the vehicle. The voltage should be lower. That the alternator is pushing out, and it should turn on our test light. I'm gonna turn out the vehicle, and you guys can see we do have a faulty alternator. The computer, the PCM, is able to control the alternator. I mean, you gotta understand how the system works. So let me get here so you guys can see. How it works is this: the red wire over here, the red with gray, that's the output from the alternator, and they go to the starter, and from the starter go to the battery. So I'm gonna see that. Okay, cool. So what it does, this pin number 1 on the connector, it is alternator field control, which means that when the PCM notices that the voltage is lower than what it should, it will send out a control cycle, or duty cycle, sorry about that, to this brown with gray wire, which will pretty much control the regulator inside the alternator, and that will create our output. Don't quote me on this. I think it's done this way to control the temperature of the battery, so it doesn't wear out the battery too soon, and also it doesn't wear out the alternator too soon also. And this red with violet, it is pretty much a feedback. How I understand it, what it does, there are voltages that come out of this pin and it goes to the PCM, and that's how the vehicle is able to distinguish when it should be turning on the alternator, when it should be controlling the alternator. So at this point we already did a loaded circuit test on the field control. I didn't need to do it on the sense wire, because I could see here on the scan tool. I did check voltage not only on the alternator but on that post, and this gives us an idea of how the wire is doing. If I would get 14 volts here and there, I would get about 12 or 11, I would be concerned. I would actually go forward and start checking the wires, well, cables. But due to the fact that I didn't see nothing abnormal, I left that alone. So at this point, we're gonna have to inform the customer that what they will need is a new alternator replaced, and that should fix their issue.